Another day, another dollar. You might not think money is something to sing and dance about, but don't worry, that's why I'm here. I'm Julie Beckham, the financial educator at Rockland Trust, and this is Behind the Curtain, Money Made Simple, the podcast that takes the mystery out of money and puts the spotlight on your financial life. If you've ever felt behind, confused, or just totally overwhelmed when it comes to your finances, you are not alone. In fact, you're part of a cast of thousands. So take your seat and silence your phones as we pull back the curtain on personal finance. Hello, it's Behind the Curtain, Money Made Simple, and we have gotten through 2 seasons, the fall season and now the spring season. I'm Julie Beckham, I'm the host, and I'm going to call this the awkward podcast because I'm talking to myself here. I don't have a guest today. I just kind of wanted to take this moment to reflect on this podcast. I kind of wanted to reflect on how amazing the guests have been and how inspiring and aspirational some of these topics that we talk about are. I think many of you know that I have a theater background, and that informs so much of what I do at a bank, which is really interesting. Having this background has made my approach to financial education unique in the sense that I think about things not through a financial lens, but really from an emotional, kind of behavioral, and sometimes theatrical or musical way. And that can make learning and teaching about money really fun. But, behind that and kind of getting a little bit behind the curtain here, having a theater background as, an almost 50-year-old now seems like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. You did something so cool. To tell you the truth, it was really just an attempt to pursue my dreams and setting a goal every single day over and over again, and not succeeding every day, because that's what being a working actor is that you put yourself out there auditioning day after day, early morning after early morning, waiting in lines, practicing, rehearsing, and working several jobs to support yourself while you're doing that. And so, to be honest, it is a series of failed attempts over and over again. Now, you can reframe that and say it's also this great pursuit and you're reaching for the stars and kind of things. And I did achieve some goals. And I say that because I think it's really relevant when it comes to reaching your financial goals. It's frustrating and it's an everyday discipline, and you fail a lot. You try something and you end up having to use your credit card or borrow money or say no to something that you wish you could achieve. How I approach financial education and how I approach these topics that are hard to learn is acknowledging that it is really, really difficult. And I also want to acknowledge how we all learn so differently. Whether we read something or listen to something or watch it, and you have lots of options with this podcast. You can watch it, you can listen to it, you could read it. I think we all learn through people's stories. And so that's what I'm trying to do here. Over the last 14 episodes, I've been able to talk to some really amazing people, not only about their jobs, if they're an investment banker or an accountant, and why they love them and how they got into them and how they really feel they can help people, but also just regular individuals who, started a nonprofit or became an entrepreneur, and how they did that and what the steps they took and what inspired them. So I'm going to continue to tell these stories with the help of my team at Rockland Trust. I'm going to continue to have great people on talking about really aspirational things. But I also want you to know that not everything happens easily, that all of their attempts, all of my attempts, and probably all of your attempts at getting financially educated, financially healthy, are stops and starts and trying again. So we're going to end this spring season on a high note because we completed it. Again, thank you to everyone involved and all of the guests. Thank you for listening, subscribing, commenting, sharing, doing all the things we do here in podcast land. I really appreciate it. But I also just appreciate you tuning in and getting financially curious and learning the next thing you want to learn and trying. And even when the attempt fails, getting up and trying again. So we're here for you. We're going to continue to help you have a healthy relationship with money at any age. I hope you all have an amazing summer, and check out rocklandtrust.com for all of our amazing financial education opportunities, not just through this podcast, but through our other programming. And thanks for coming behind the curtain and trying to make money a little bit more simple with me. Thanks for tuning in to Behind the Curtain, Money Made Simple. If you liked what you heard, if you learned something, subscribe, leave a review, and tell a friend, because good financial education deserves a standing ovation. And remember, you don't have to know all the steps before you take the stage. You just need the courage to show up, ask questions, and maybe, just maybe, sing a little bit along the way. I'm Julie Beckham, and Behind the Curtain, Money Made Simple is brought to you by Rockland Trust, member FDIC, the bank where each relationship matters, because we want you to have a healthy relationship with money at any age.